Hey guys, what's up my friends? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to our next Moses lesson. I'm sure you've already noticed that there's a fire behind me, and that's for two reasons. It's really fun to tell a story around a fire and to listen to a story around a fire, but today our story is about fire. I will just recap a little bit on our last story. The last time we talked, Moses had been living out in the desert for 40 years. Do you remember that? He married Zipporah, and he was living with Zipporah's family, Jethro, and he was a shepherd, and he'd been there for 40 years. And even though Moses has a new life in the desert, he has a wife, and he has two sons, and he has been a shepherd for 40 years, he's still wondering about his family in Egypt. So Moses is leading his sheep up to a pasture near Mount Sinai, and then he sees a bush, and it's completely engulfed in flames. It's on fire, but the bush itself isn't burning up. And when he gets closer to it, he hears a voice yell his name, Moses, from the burning bush. So Moses hears his name and he says, I'm here. And he steps towards the burning bush again, and then he hears the voice say, stop, don't come any closer. You are standing on holy ground. The voice says, I am the God of your father, and I am the God of your ancestors. So of course, just like any of us would be, Moses is terrified, and he hides his face in fear because he knows that he is talking to the true God. And then the voice of God continues. It says, I have seen my people suffering in Egypt at the hands of Pharaoh, and I have come down to save them. I need someone to bring my people out of the land of Egypt into a new land flowing with milk and honey. And it's you, Moses. I'm sending you to the Pharaoh. It's time to go now. And this part is kind of funny because this is where Moses kind of starts an argument with God. God's just asked him to literally go to a king to free all the slaves. So Moses kind of starts doubting himself. He says, who am I to go talk to the Pharaoh? He says, I'm not a leader. And God tells Moses, I am your leader, and I will be with you. And believe me that the Israelites will come to worship me on this very mountain. But Moses is still so unsure of himself. He keeps talking to God. He says, I'm not a priest. I'm not a prophet. What if they ask me your name? And then God tells Moses, I am who I am. I will perform wonders against the Egyptians. And then Moses asks, what if they don't believe me? And then that's when God tells Moses to throw his staff on the ground. Moses kind of has a walking stick. So Moses throws his staff on the ground and it turns into a snake. And this scares him so bad he actually runs away. But God calls Moses back and he tells him to pick up the snake. And Moses, even though he's terrified, he does go pick it up and it turns right back into a staff. So now God has given Moses this power to do this miracle as a sign of God's power through him. But still, Moses is so unsure. He says, I don't know how to speak in front of people. I can't do this. And God tells him, Moses, I made your mouth. I can make it speak. Then at this point in the conversation, I feel like God kind of starts to feel sorry for Moses because he does decide to help him. So then God tells Moses, I will send your brother Andrew to meet you, and you can both go together. Now go. And that is where we're going to end for today. So now God has told Moses that he has chosen him to free the Hebrew slaves from Pharaoh. And you heard how unsure of himself Moses was and how many excuses he had, but he's still going to trust God. And we will find out next time what happens when Moses and Aaron go to Pharaoh to try to free the Hebrew slaves. All right, guys, we're going to end the story there, but since our story was about fire and we have a fire going here today, we are going to teach you guys how to make one of our favorite campfire desserts. So let's go do that now. Hey guys, we just heard the story about Moses in the burning bush, so now we are going to make a campfire dessert. We call these Girl Scout bananas, don't we? Apparently this is something the Girl Scouts make, so the first thing you do is get your banana open. If I was describing these, I would describe them as like a warm version, the campfire version of a banana split. So you put your banana on the foil and you cut it down the middle. Then you open it up. And now is the part where you kind of make it your own. I'd say marshmallows are a must. We all like chocolate chips on them, but I like peanut butter, so I'm gonna do the peanut butter first. Raylan likes chocolate chips and marshmallows. So I'm gonna get some peanut butter in mine because I love peanut butter and chocolate. You can put marshmallow fluff. We've put fruit in these before. Oh man, Reese's Cups, that would be so good. All right, I got a little bit of peanut butter on mine. And now I'm gonna hit it with the marshmallows. Marshmallows are a must at the campfire. We got minis and look, they just stick right on the peanut butter. They're perfect. Just make it your own. Then you just kind of fold it all together and wrap it up really loosely. Fold it up really easy and make sure you close it. Like a taco, just like a little taco. And then Raylan, tell people where you put these. You don't put these on direct fire, do you?
No.
Where do you put them at?
So you have to put it in the coals of the fire and not perfectly in the center of the fire. You need to put it in the coal where the white is and the black is. I'd say like close to yours, like right there, but
right.
Little brown thing.
There it goes. You don't want to burn them. You just wait a few minutes, and then you have a melty, marshmallowy, awesome Girl Scout banana. All right, guys, and that's what they look like when they're done. They're just all melty and gooey and chocolatey and marshmallowy, just kind of like a s'more, but with a banana. There's chocolate and marshmallows, but there's a banana, so these are totally healthy. Exactly. This is health food right here. Yeah. But thank you guys for listening to these stories about Moses. I hope you're really enjoying them. I sure do miss all of you guys so much. I can't wait until we're together again. I would give anything to have my little friends around this fire with me right now. Miss you guys so bad. If you have any questions, you can get a hold of me. Ask a parent how to get a hold of me. They all know how to. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Are those actually any good?
Yes, they're amazing. Hi, it's me now.